He parked the old rusted car outside the cozy little cafe, its peeling paint and dented doors a sharp contrast to the sleek black Mercedes he usually drove. His twins, Mia and Max, sat in the back seat, giggling quietly as they watched their father, Ethan Hayes, the youngest millionaire CEO in the city, adjust the collar of his worn-out shirt. No one looking at him now would ever guess he owned one of the most successful tech companies in the country. Today, he wasn't Ethan Hayes, CEO, he was Ethan, the struggling single dad looking for love. He took a deep breath, glancing once more at the picture on his phone. Her name's Lily Carter. The dating app had matched them 2 weeks ago, and their conversations had felt different. She didn't seem interested in money or status, just in honesty, and that's exactly why Ethan decided to meet her like this. If she could love him when he had nothing, maybe she was the one who could finally see him. Not his bank account. Daddy? Mia whispered, her tiny voice pulling him from his thoughts. Do you think she'll like us? He turned around and smiled, brushing a stray lock of hair from her forehead. I think she'll love you 2 more than me, Max grinned. Then she'll have to pass our test first, Ethan laughed. Deal. He walked into the cafe, the faint aroma of coffee and vanilla greeting him. His heart pounded harder than it did before any business meeting. Then he saw her, Lily. She was sitting by the window, her soft brown hair falling across her shoulder, eyes lost in the sunlight. There was something pure about her presence. No makeup, no designer clothes, just warmth. She looked up and smiled. Ethan? He nodded, his throat suddenly dry. Hi, sorry I'm late. Had to drop the kids off at my friend's place. That was the first lie of the day. The twins were sitting 2 tables away, pretending to read children's books while secretly watching everything. Lily's eyes softened. No problem. I like punctual people, but I like honest ones more. He froze for a second. Did she already know? As they talked, Ethan found himself laughing more than he had in years. She wasn't impressed by success stories or fake confidence. She asked about his childhood, his dreams, the last time he cried. When she shared how she'd lost her parents young and was raising her little sister alone, something inside him shifted. She wasn't looking for wealth. She was searching for stability, kindness. When they finished their coffee, Ethan offered to walk her home. On the way, a homeless man approached, shivering and hungry. Without hesitation, Lily knelt, handed him her scarf, and gave him the leftovers she'd packed. Ethan watched in silence, guilt washing over him. She gives even when she has so little. Back in his car, the twins bombarded him with questions. Daddy, is she nice? She's something else, he murmured. That night, Ethan couldn't sleep. For years, people had smiled at him because of what he had. But Lily smiled because of who he was. Still, he couldn't tell her the truth yet. Not until he was sure. The second date came a week later. This time, Lily brought her little sister, Emma, a lively girl with the same warm eyes. Ethan smiled as their kids instantly bonded, Mia showing Emma her favorite dolls while Max bragged about his super dad. Over time, the dates became more frequent. Ethan fixed her leaky sink, drove her and Emma home from school, even cooked dinner for them in her tiny apartment. Each moment chipped away the walls he'd built around his heart. But the lie, the one about who he really was, started to weigh heavier with each smile. One evening, as they sat on her couch watching the kids play, Lily turned to him and said softly, Ethan, if you could have anything in the world, what would it be? He hesitated. Peace, someone to come home to. She smiled sadly. Me too. When he finally kissed her, it wasn't the kind of kiss that burned. It healed. But right when everything seemed perfect, fate decided to test him. A week later, the truth came out. Lily had been shopping downtown when she saw Ethan stepping out of a luxury black Mercedes. A group of reporters surrounded him, shouting, Mr. Hayes, is it true your company just hit $3 billion? Her world froze. That night, she didn't answer his calls. When he arrived at her apartment, she opened the door just enough to meet his eyes. Why didn't you tell me? She asked, her voice trembling. Because I wanted you to love me without the money. Without the name. She blinked back tears. You think I'm that shallow? No, he whispered. I was afraid everyone else was. There was silence. Painful, honest silence. I don't care that you're rich, Ethan. I care that you lied. I've been lied to my whole life. The door closed. Weeks passed. Ethan buried himself in work, but every success felt empty. His twins missed Emma. He missed Lily. On Christmas Eve, he drove to her neighborhood again, his car loaded with gifts for the kids. He didn't expect forgiveness, just a chance to see her smile. When Lily opened the door, she looked surprised. "Ethan, why are you here?" He swallowed. "To say I'm sorry. Not for pretending to be broke, but for not trusting that your heart was rich enough to love me either way." Her eyes filled with tears. She glanced back at the living room. Emma and his twins were already playing together again, giggling as if nothing had happened. Lily stepped forward, her voice breaking. "I didn't need your money, Ethan. I needed your truth." He nodded. "Then that's all I have left to give." For a moment, neither spoke. Then she reached out, touching his cheek. "Maybe that's enough." He smiled through tears as the snow began to fall around them. That night, under the soft glow of Christmas lights, two families became one, not because of wealth or status, but because love had finally stripped everything else away. And for the first time in his life, Ethan Hayes felt truly rich.